Welcome into the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I am Harrison Graham. Just a few minutes after the Chiefs win yet again their 9th straight victory as they take care of business. They knock off the Saints 32-29. New Orleans adding a late touchdown, but this was a 10-point game with about 2.5 minutes to go before the Saints were able to get a late score. Chiefs get a couple of first downs, and the rest is history. Lots to break down in this one, including Clyde Edwards-Helaire leaving this game with a leg injury. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Mahomes' performance, the offense, the defense, the playoffs implication, all of it. But first, I want to know what your one-word reaction is to the Chiefs' win over the New Orleans Saints. Clinch? Now, that's my one word. The Chiefs haven't technically clinched home field throughout, but if Pittsburgh loses one more game or if the Chiefs win one more game, it's over. They get the #1 seed in the AFC. So I'll say clinch because I think the Chiefs pretty much locked up home field advantage. Let me know what your one-word reaction is to the Chiefs' win over New Orleans down in the comments section. Now, we are going to do a mailbag soon, sometime before Christmas, so I want to load up your questions here. Use hashtag Chiefs to get your questions on the show. Just type them in the comments. You can ask about the schedule, about the postseason, about offseason stuff. I don't care what it is. Get your Chiefs questions in. We'll answer as many as we can. Let's get enough good ones. That way we can do a mailbag for you guys before the holiday officially gets here later next week. So let's start with Patrick Mahomes here as we break down the offense again. We'll get to Edwards-Helaire injury stuff here in a minute. Not the most efficient game of his career, but certainly effective, right? 26 of 47, 254 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Did have the one fumble that kind of got the Saints back into it. Quarterback rating above average. Again, not super efficient. That's why the rating's down a little bit at 92, but still 3 more touchdown passes. Took care of the ball for the most part. The offensive line had major issues because Mike Rimmers didn't play. Andrew Wiley couldn't figure things out. Eric Fisher got bullied around all day. This team really misses Mitchell Schwartz. Mahomes is running for his life half the time, but he still put together a solid game overall. And the Saints' defense has pretty damn good defense, so keep that in mind as well. To put up 32 points, that's a job well done by Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense overall. We'll look at the rest of this offense in just a moment. Now, if you think Patrick Mahomes should win the MVP like I do, type Y for yes, type N for no. Aaron Rodgers put up pedestrian numbers against Carolina on Saturday night. Mahomes, regardless of being inefficient, 3 more touchdown passes and over 250 yards. Let me know if you think he should win it. Type Y for yes or type N for no. Now, the storyline coming out of this one is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He left the game in the fourth quarter with just about 5.5 minutes left, got rolled up near the goal line as the Chiefs were trying to punch in another touchdown, which is unfortunate because it was late in the game. Like I said, late in the fourth quarter there with about 5-6 minutes left. Limped off the field, couldn't put pressure on his left leg. It didn't look like an ACL necessarily or something like that, but it didn't look like he's going to be back necessarily next week either. The good news is if the Chiefs, who basically have clinched, they can rest him the next 2 games. You know, you have the bye week in the playoffs. Maybe he's ready to go by the divisional round. I'm not saying he's even out next week, but it doesn't look great. Unclear how severe the injury actually is. And Clyde was having one of his more efficient games in a while. 79 yards and just 14 carries. The run game as a whole actually played better. Le'Veon Bell, 15 for 62, as he got some extra touches once he went out as well. But both guys were getting involved. Bell also had a rushing touchdown on the day also. Neither super involved in the passing game. So the good news is I think Le'Veon Bell's played a little bit better the past 2 weeks, but CEH will be missed if he is out, and it didn't look great on that left leg. So I'm definitely a little bit concerned. Now, how concerned are you about Clyde Edwards-Helaire injury? Scale it from 1 to 10, 1 being not at all, it's fine, 10 being he's going to be out for the season. I'm like a 6 or 7. I'm pretty concerned. I don't think he'll necessarily look season-ending, but if you don't think he's going to miss time, you may want to reset your expectations. We'll make that the pinned comment on today's video. How concerned are you about Clyde's injury? Now, if you love the Kansas City Chiefs, we are the channel for you. At least we think we are. Give us a chance. Hit that subscribe button. It's 100% free. We cover the latest Chiefs news, rumors, mailbags, and more injury updates like Clyde Edwards-Helaire leaving this game with an injury. We've got it covered for you guys all the way through the playoffs and, yes, on into the offseason as well. Hit that big red button and subscribe today if you love the Kansas City Chiefs. Take a look at the receiver / Travis Kelce, the tight end. Lots of guys getting involved. Kelce had 8 for 68 and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 6 for 53 and a score. Sammy Watkins, a couple of big plays, including one on that ridiculous Mahomes scramble. And then McCole Hardman, not a lot of yardage there, but he had a touchdown receiving as well. Mahomes spreading the wealth to his embarrassment of riches in this ball game. You look more at Kelce and Hill here, just the seasons they're having is just unreal. 1,318 yards for Kelce, that continues to lead the NFL. 10 touchdowns on the season. Tyreek Hill over 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. Also has a couple of rushing touchdowns, so he's up to 17 total touchdowns on the season, I believe. These two guys are legitimate Offensive Player of the Year candidates in the National Football League. Probably the top two candidates, and Kansas City happens to have them both, and they were both pretty big impacts on the game today. So grade the Chiefs' offense as a whole, A, B, C, D, or F. What do you think? How do you think they did overall against New Orleans? I'm like a B+, A-, ran the ball better. The Mahomes strip sack was untimely. The offensive line play wasn't very good, but 32 points on the road against the Saints. I got to go like B+, A-. Really solid. The defense gave them a short field once, but overall, this was a good performance from the Chiefs' offense. You're scoring 30+ against a top 5 defense on the road. That's a job well done. Now, Drew Brees was another storyline coming into this one. I told you guys I did not expect him to play, but basically the Saints were playing cat and mouse all week, acting like he wasn't that close to being ready. He actually was. He ended up practicing all week and had a weird game, right? 15 of 34, not very good, but hit some big plays, 234, got some volume stats later in the game. He was 7 for 22 at one point, so finished pretty strong there, 8 for 12. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, not a very good rating, but a funky game for Brees. And I actually told you guys, I thought Taysom Hill could actually potentially give the Chiefs bigger problems because the Chiefs' corners struggled down the field on vertical passes. Brees only hit him for one of those to Emmanuel Sanders, and with him probably not being 100%, I thought Hill may actually be a bigger challenge, but they opted to go with Brees. They got to figure things out in New Orleans to see if Brees gives them the best chance to win and make a run to the Super Bowl, because a lot of people think this could have been a Super Bowl preview. He was so-so. The completion percentage not great, but did come on strong and hit some big plays. That 3-to-1 TD interception ratio, pretty good, but I thought the Chiefs defense did a good job on him overall. Nice play by L'Jarius Sneed to get an interception. Get going with our sports betting partner. It is BetUS. You can go to chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Use our promo code Chiefs125. That's going to give you a 125% deposit bonus. If you want to bet on Mahomes to win MVP, if you want to bet on Chiefs to win the rest of their games, you can go ahead and do that at chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. You can bet on all NFL games. You can bet on NBA preseason stuff. You can bet on it all at chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. I think NBA preseason's actually over, but I enjoy it. I got that promo deal of Chiefs 125. You get a bunch of extra money out. You know what I did? I put $100 down. They gave me an additional 125 for free with that promo code Chiefs 125. It's an easy way to gamble and make some extra money. So go ahead and get going with BetUS. And for you new customers only, we're going to hook you guys up. We got our promo deal back through Christmas Day. Email us after you sign up with BetUS, Chiefs@chatsports.com to redeem this jersey deal. We'll hook you guys up with a free jersey, but this is for new customers only. If you've already gotten going with BetUS, this does not apply for you. So for you new customers, after you sign up and place a bet with BetUS, email us, Chiefs@chatsports. We'll hook you guys up with a brand new Chiefs jersey. Remember, use that link, chatsports.com/ChiefsBet, and then email us, Chiefs@chatsports.com. You look at the Chiefs' defensive stats overall. We kind of talked about how they did against Drew Brees. 29 points sounds like a lot, but Demarcus Robinson gave him 2 points on that ridiculous punt return attempt late in the first half. The Mahomes strip sack led to another score as well. So really just 20 points if the offense/special teams didn't give away 9 points there. Less than 300 yards. Great job. Didn't give up much on the ground. Alvin Kamara had the one takeaway, the one sack, and red zone, the Saints took advantage once they got down there, but they didn't get it down there all that often. And you hold Alvin Kamara to under 100 total yards in a game that Michael Thomas is unavailable. and in a game where Drew Brees returned, and we know he likes to check it down to Alvin Kamara. So I think you feel pretty good about the defense coming out of this. I know 29 points is a lot, but it's a little bit skewed, especially since the Saints added a late touchdown. The Chiefs' special teams and offense kind of gave them 9 points. So keep that in mind when you're evaluating the defense here. Kamara held in check. Again, you hold him to under 100 all-purpose yards. You're doing a good job. This is one of the more explosive players, both as a runner and a receiver in the National Football League. Just the 1 touchdown overall. I feel pretty good about this defense, and that's why I'm going to give him a B+. Good game from Spags on the road again. You make enough plays. L'Jarius Sneed gets you that key interception early on in the first half that led to a score. So I'm going B+. I think the Chiefs defense did a really solid job overall. And you add all of that up and you're 13-1. You improve to 13-1, 9 straight victories. Obviously, get subscribed to the channel because the Clyde Edwards-Helaire injury will be something to monitor over the next 24 to 48 hours. If something notable, significant comes out of that, we will cover it here on the Chiefs Report. But for now, it's roses, it's jumping jacks, it's all of that good stuff as the Chiefs all but lock up the #1 seed in the AFC with a 32-29 win over the New Orleans Saints.